Avoiding movement in the first place is the best option when it comes to healing on the move. This can be done by leaving melee with roll or transcendence to get to a safe spot, which is usually outside of melee, where you can stand to cast and channel with a lower risk of getting interrupted. This is useful for mechanics that have area denial or a higher concentration of melee players baiting swirlies into the pack that need avoiding. There's also things like fixating mobs, and you can use Ring of Peace or Leg Sweep to prevent the mobs from reaching you until you can finish your cast. Chi and Ancient Teachings are the obvious choices when it comes to healing while we're actually moving, since they are based off of melee abilities, and they're all instant casts that can be freely used while moving. But what about when you can't be in melee, or that healing isn't enough, and you have to move? Swamp Face is a great example of a fight that has a lot of movement and micro adjustments, and the damage incoming is more than Ancient Teachings can sustain by itself. This is where we start using things like Enveloping Mist and Thunder Focus Tea. Using Enveloping Mist with Thunder Focus Tea is one of the on-the-move spells we have, since Enveloping Mist will become instant and give an additional heal. While this isn't sustained healing or group-wide, it can be used for single target healing, spot healing, or prep for incoming damage as you are adjusting your position. Vivacious Vivification is our instant Vivify proc, which can be tracked and is on a rolling timer. This means you could potentially get 2 instant casts during your movement phase, so you should be watching the timer if you know that a movement phase is coming up. You can also use this to proc your Zen Pulse if you have a proc. Jadefire Stomp hits allies with a Gust of Mist if they are in the path on use. I wouldn't recommend using this to heal this way specifically, but it can work in a pinch if you are running with the allies who need healing, in addition to repositioning. This is usually used during movement on rot fights just to avoid falling behind, but also replacing your Jadefire Stomp and re-triggering your Ancient Teachings. Life Cocoon and Celestial Conduit are both usable while moving, Life Cocoon being a large instant cast shield, and Celestial Conduit being a channel that we can move during, but it is only available if you play Conduit of the Celestial's hero talents. And lastly, Expel Harm is a self-heal only, but it can be used while moving since it is instant. This will also allow for Thunder Focus Tea with Enveloping Mist, or your Vivacious Vivification to be used on someone other than yourself so you can cover more players while moving. Mistweaver is still not designed to be out of melee for too long, but between preemptive positioning and our instant spells, you should be able to keep people alive while you work on getting back into melee to heal more efficiently.